ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः सदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। So I welcome all of you for today's session. Today we will be continuing our story. So Kadru's sons, they were discussing. They were in the assembly of Vasuki, and Vasuki started collecting the opinions of his brothers, how to escape from this hard situation that was. The mother gave curse all the snakes who didn't heard or listen her words or obeyed, followed her words, they will be killed in the sarpa yaga of Janmejaya. So that's why many snakes, they gave different opinions. So like some were saying that we'll be becoming the clouds and will rain at the time, so that it will be finished. And some were saying we will be so become Ritviks and will ask the more charity. So he cannot give and then Yajna will be failed. Some were saying we'll kill the Ritviks Brahmanas by biting them, so that Yajna will be stopped. But this was condemned by dharmik snakes, because among those fewer dharmik snakes also were there. And like that, many were expressing many opinions, and some were saying we will just abide the people, other people, not the Brahmanas, so that the Ritviks and others, they get fear and they ran away from that place. So like that, some were saying, many opinions were there. Vasuki was hearing all of this. So some ideas, these are all very impractical. Vasuki, after hearing this, my dear Nagas, you are all thinking so smartly, but these are not practical. So like that, Vasuki was telling to them. So how he was also he is expecting a more clear suggestions. And Vasuki is thinking that because since we are not able to figure it out, better we can go to our father, Kashyapa, and we please him and we'll ask him. So what can be the solution? Because Kashyapa is more so appropriate person to save us. So that yeah, whatever the suggestions he gives, that will be more good. So like that, he expressed his view. So because parents are the most well wishers, who can wish the goodness of the anyone more as the parents. If you see relative world, that's Krishna ultimately. If you surrender to the Krishna, he is the ultimate protector. But in the relative world, so parents are the the most highly, that means they sacrifice their happiness and they wish the goodness of the or wellness of children. So that's why Vasuki was thinking like that. So by that time, so there was one Nag. His name is Elapatra. And he started saying, and he's saying, my dear brothers, it's not possible to stop this yajna of the Janamejaya. And it's impossible. And also doing any obstacles or creating is also not at all possible. So he started saying, so few facts, whatever he got, whatever he heard. When Mother Kadru gave curse, that means you all will be dying in the Janamejaya Sarpa. Then at that time, this Elapatra, after hearing this curse, he got scared and he got fear so much. Then after that, he just immediately took shelter in the lap of Kadru, in Kadru. So at that time, he heard the conversation between the Devatas and Brahmaji. All the Devatas were telling how a mother who gave birth to children, she is only giving the curse. Kahi labdva vipraya, kahi labdva priyan, putran shape devam pitamaha, rite kadrum tikshana rupam deva deva tavagrataha. So these demigods were saying to Brahmaji, see, you don't think that you are doing, it is not watched by everyone. When we do so many things, it's being watched by so many demigods and also other. So Devatas, Rakshasas, Pisachas, these are all keep on roaming And we are not able to see so many living entities which are around to us. There are these so many living entities around to us which are not visible to our eyes. So subtle bodies also keep on roaming around you, and they may not harm you. And also sometimes demigods also just on top of you and they are watching. So when Kadru gave curse at that time, demigods and also there Brahmaji also there, and but they are not visible to them. So they were discussing actually when they heard Kadru's curse. So Devatas were saying, so this mother actually how these all children are very dear to her. Kahi labdva priyan putran shaped evam. So who can curse like this? So it's a very horrible curse, and you can understand the hard nature of Kadru. So except Kadru, who can give this kind of curse to their children, who are very much dear to them? So like that, Devatas were saying to Brahmaji, and also these Devatas are saying when Kadru gave the curse, Brahmaji also said the Tathastu. That means yes, her children should be killed in the Sarpayaga. He approved that. And these Devatas were saying, asking, so mother gave curse and you approved, my dear Brahmaji. So why you didn't stop this curse? What is the reason for this? Why you allow? Like that, Devatas were asking, and Elapatra was hearing these things. Then Brahmaji replied to that. So he is saying, these Kadru's few sons are very ferocious shape they have. And also they have very strong poison in them. And it is very much dangerous for the society. And because of these snakes, lot of living entities are going to get in trouble. So now I am thinking these creatures has to disappear from the creation. So that's why, of course, Kadru gave curse, but I approved that. Because sometimes some curses are not approved by the higher authorities. Devatas are the higher authorities. They may not, because those are too much curses, then they may stop. It's like mother giving curse to children. It should not be approved. So, but Brahmaji gave approval, the reason is said. Then, so Brahmaji started saying further, so they are very poisonous. Now they has to be killed in the Jarmejay Sarpayat. So that because these snakes are not only very poisonous and very ferocious shape they have, they are also very adharmik. And such a snakes only will be dying. But those snakes which are very dharmik, which are not so much harmful to the people, so such a snakes will not be killed in that area. But this will be adjusted in the future. So this is going to happen. Don't worry for this. And don't worry about this curse. Like that. And also Brahmaji is saying that in the Yayavara Kula, that means in the dynasty of the Yayavara, that means I said already, Yayavara means the Brahmanas who travel every day, and after sunsetting, wherever they will be putting their tent and staying. And after that, once again, early morning, they come out from they start going from there to another new place. Like that. They do one time Agnihotra, 15 days. So these are the Ayavaras. This Ayavara Vritti Jaratkaru. So he's very famous. He's famous for the austerities. And he always controls his senses. And his son will be the Astika. And that son is also very effulgent and very austere person. And he will stop this yajna. so that few poisonous snakes will be dying. Then once those are all over, then this Astika will be going and stopping, so that those dharmik snakes like Shesh, Nag, and Vasuki and such a snakes, they will not be getting any harm. So like that, Brahmaji was telling future to demigods. Then demigods also asked, so this Jaratkaru, how he can produce Asti? Like that he asked. Then Brahmaji was saying that this powerful Jaratkaru is going to produce an Astik in the womb of Jaratkaru. And her name is also Jaratkaru. And she is the sister of Vasuki. And from her womb, Astik will be appearing. So like that, so Devatas hearing from Brahmaji. These things Elapatra remembered and told in this assembly. So after hearing all these things, everyone understood now the solution. That means Vasuki's sister is now key role, and he has to give his sister to Jaratkaru in the form of charity. So then there is going to have solution. So like that, Elapatra said. Then after hearing this, everyone said, "Wow, wow, very nice, very nice. This is very good." And now we have solution. So like that, they're all, and also Vasuki also became so happy. And from that onwards, Vasuki's love for his sister increased, and he started growing her so nicely, because she is the future for the other dharmik snakes. All those will be protected by through her son. So after that, some days are over. Then Samudra Manthan happened. That means this is that Satyuga, Samudra Manthan happened. Then that in the Samudra Manthan Lila, Vasuki became a rope for demigods and demons. Using Vasuki, they churned this, and also Mandarachal Parvat, it became the churning rod, and many things they produced. And finally, nectar is also produced. So Vasuki helped a lot. But Vasuki is having a problem. What is that problem? They got curse from their mother. And because of this, Vasuki was unhappy. Even everyone is celebrating the Samudra Manthan Lila. That means Samudra Manthan. Because they got the nectar and everyone is celebrating. But Vasuki was not so happy. All the time in Vasuki's heart, this is keep on pinching actually. So he helped a lot to Devatas. Then other demigods also understood Vasuki's pain, and they approached Indra actually, and they said Vasuki's problem. So then they said like this: Vasuki helped a lot for all of us, and he is very dear to all of us, and he has no trouble. They got curse. So then all these demigods, along with Indra and others, they all went to the Brahmaji, and they expressed Vasuki's problem in front of Brahmaji. Brahmaji said the same thing actually. So already Elapatra gave solution to all of you. Few days back, your assembly you were having. Elapatra, whatever he said, that is the true only. That Vasuki's sister Jaratkaru will be given to the Jaratkaru Muni and they will be getting Astik. Astik is going to stop this Yajna. So that's why actually Elapatra also Brahmaji was telling. Elapatra spoke all those things because of my inspiration only. And I only made him to speak like this, like this. So that's why it is fact only, my dear Vasuki. You should do the way Elapatra discussed in that assembly. There is no need to doubt on this. Only in that Janmejaya's Yajna, only those snakes who are willful, sinful, so those will be killed, not the righteous snakes. So don't worry. So that's why you should not worry. Now Jaratkaru is keep on doing the vratas. So you give your sister to him, then it is going to solve the issue. So like this, it is being discussed. So after hearing the Brahmaji's approval now, directly he heard from the Brahmaji. Previously he was hearing from the Elapatra. At that time he was having the doubt. Now directly Brahmaji only told, na? So that's why he became so confident about this. So he's so happy. Demigods help a lot. And what then after that, Vasuki engaged all his other snakes. You always search for Jaratkaru because this Jaratkaru Muni, wherever you find, immediately give an information. I will immediately go and I will donate my sister to him. Then problem will be solved. So like that, they are in that mode. Now Sonaka is asking to Sutta Goswami. Okay, Sutta Goswami, this Jaratkaru name, how it is derived? What is the derivation of the Jaratkaru? Can you kindly explain this name? Quite looking very strange. Jaratkaru. You might be also thinking that what is this Jaratkaru? The meaning of Jaratkaru is being explained by Sutta Goswami like this. Shaunak ji, Jaratkaru. It is formed with the two words Jara and Karu. Jara means decay. Karu means stout and strong. So initially his body was like Karu. Karu means stout and strong. And now it decayed. That means it was very, very strong and very muscular body he was having. And now he became because of severe austerities. This Brahmana, Jaratkaru, was doing the very, very powerful austerities, very strong austerities. That's why, because of that austerity, his strong and stout body was decayed a lot. And that means Jara. Jara happened. Jara means decay. That's why now he is named as Jaratkaru. That means the one whose strong and stout body is decayed is known as Jaratkaru. That is the meaning of Jaratkaru. And what about that girl Vasuki also got the name Jaratkaru because she also did the so many vratas. And she was also very strong initially. and she also became. That means that means thin and lean. So because of this, she is also known as Jaratkaru. And after hearing this, Shaunak was started laughing because one Jaratkaru is marrying another Jaratkaru. Both are Jaratkarus. So now further, Shaunak is asking how this Astik took birth. So please explain this. So then Sutta Goswami started saying, so already in that meeting, Vasuki told to everyone, yes, my dear friends, I want to give my sister to Jaratkaru. So you always try to find. Whenever the marriage time comes for the Jaratkaru, we'll go and give this sister to him. So after that, long time happened, and Jaratkaru was in the austerities. He was not at all having any desire to marry. And we all know that story. And one time what happened, yes, he was not having any this kind of marry these things, but his forefathers you all heard also. One time he was traveling in the forest and he has seen there is a one ditch. On the ditch top there was one pusha grass, and that is already almost all cut. And some few people are hanging to that, and they are going to fell in that, and they were discussing sounds of that all story you all know. So like that, it is going to happen. So now here, Sota Goswami also started saying, what is the reason for starting that means appearance of the Janmejai, and how the Janmejai uh, wants to do the Sarpa Yaga. Before that, how Parikshit Maharaj got the curse, and so on. So things also he started explaining, because both sides we need. One is how Astik is going to appear. Second is how this Sarpa Yaga, that means it came into the existence. What the reason? The reason is the curse by the Brahmana boy, that is Sringi. So now, Sota Goswami explaining the Parikshit story also. Once upon a time, that means he said, in the Kuru Vamsha, Janmejai is a very powerful king, and he is like Pandu Maharaj, Prapitamaha. Pitamaha means grandfather, Prapitamaha means great grandfather. Who is the father of the Parikshit? Abhimanyu is the father. And Pandavas, that means Arjun is Pitamaha. And Arjun's father Pandu is the Prapitamaha. So that's why Pandur Yatha Pandur Mahabahur Dhanurdharavaro Yudhi Babuva Murgaya Shilaha Parasya Prapitamaha. So he was like Pandu. Pandu Maharaj is very, very powerful, and he is very good in protecting his kingdom, and also he used to give, that means give punishment to the enemies, expanding his kingdom. If someone is not hearing, bothering, so he will be suppressing them and expanding his kingdom like that. He was giving a great protection for the people. But he has one habit, same like Pandu, only our Parikshit also. Pandu Maharaj is very much having the interest in hunting. Same way Parikshit also have. So he is also very has taste in hunting. So one day, Parikshit went for hunting. He used to kill the wild boars and also the tigers, which are really very harmful for the sages who are staying in that forest and doing austerities. So to not to attack them, these kings they used to go and hunt the wild animals so that sages can peacefully live in their ashrams. So this is the purpose, and also nearby villages also protected by the wild animals. So that's why in that surroundings they don't, by the king's fear, no animal can come or dare, because they are also having a lot of fear. Wild animals also very ferocious animals like tigers and lions. They also have fear. The amount of fear you get by seeing them, similarly they also get that much fear. But to protect their life, they attack on you. So that's why whenever that means king comes and hunt, they are getting the fear and they never come to the surroundings of sages. So like that, king is helping all the sages, rishis to follow their dharma properly without any fear from the wild animals. So then one day, Parikshit went into the deep forest along with his bow and arrows. He went there. So then he gave he he shooted a animal. Generally, Parikshit one time shooted means that's all. That animal will be falling there only. But on that day, what happened? After shooting, that animal was hit by this arrow, but it didn't fall down. Just keep on going, going. So Parikshit was running behind that. Really, he felt it's a challenge. I hit it and my arrow also hit it that, but still this animal is didn't fell down. What is happening? Where it went? Like that. He was chasing that animal. So like that, he was alone. Parikshit was alone. He came alone to hunt the animals. So that wounded animal started running, running, running. But Parikshit was also chasing that and he couldn't catch. See, the time came. When the time come for your death, things will be happening like this one. Many things will become very reverse. Even that means generally what should not happen, that also will happen. So then after running so much, he was very much tired. You see, it was also like hot summer, like how you are feeling now. If you walk for half an hour in after 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the outside, so you can understand what is going to happen. What kind of tiredness you are going to get, it's unimaginable. And you also run in that time. 12 o'clock, somewhere if you run, you'll understand what is tiredness. Your body will become very fit and also you'll be sleeping on the bed. So what happened? So he was very much tired. So what can do? He is feeling so thirsty. Anyway, he was not having any arrangement for drinking water. Okay. Feeling thirsty and also feeling weak. And he was looking for water. At that time, he has reached to one ashram. And that ashram is Shamik Rishi or Shamik Muni. That ashram belongs to Shamik. So Shamik is also very nice Brahmana. And he is very nice person, very really pious Rishi. He used to do service to the cows, and he was sitting on the place where cows generally they tie the cows. So on the play on that high place, he was sitting. Generally, he used to drink the foam, whatever is coming from the calves when they eat, drink from their mother. That means he doesn't have any habit of stealing cow's milk. So you should not steal cow's milk. I think some rules also there. At least out of four stanas, so four nipples will be there na, for cows. One has to be given to one. That means 1/4 milk. I think it should be given to calf. I'm not exactly remembering. So, but these rishis and munis are very kind enough for the calves. So they not milking that entire milk, even nothing they are milking. They are simply drinking the foam whichever is coming out from the calf. And that is very auspicious. Cows and calves foam. So even it is releasing out, calf is completely pure animal. And whatever the product come out from the cows, they are very pure. Cows, they can eat so much toxic food like the grass and like the water, which are very much toxic. But when they drink or eat those, all the toxins are stored in its body in the form of flesh, and it is releasing pure cow urine, and also pure dung, and also the milk also very pure. That's why from the if you take inside whatever you put any toxic food outside, output will be so pure. Cow milk, cow urine, cow dung, all are pure. But cow flesh is full of toxic. One should not eat the cow flesh because all the toxins are stored in that cow's body only. Like sometimes fodder, if you keep, if you give, it may be sometimes toxic because of the some fungus and so on. And all, even if it eats, all the toxins are in her body only, but it will be releasing pure. So that's why you should respect and you should drink cow urine, you should eat cow dung, you should drink cow milk and cow curd and cow ghee. All this very auspicious. But one should not eat the cow flesh. If they eat the flesh, they will be getting all the toxins in their body. And it's very sinful. And also it's very not good actually at all, not recommended by Shastra. So these our present day people, they are very much interested in the flesh instead of the urine and the dung. They are not drinking the cow urine and cow dung. If you eat cow dung and cow urine, our toxins from our body will go out. So that's why you see the sacrifice of the cow. It is storing all the toxins in her body and releasing the such a pure thing. By drinking and eating those, your toxins from your body will be released out, and you will be always pure and happy. So that's why she is mother. Cow is mother. So the rishis were drinking only the cough, which is so releasing some foam while drinking the milk. And this Rishi Samik was on that day he was in the Mahavrata, and he is deeply in his meditation. He doesn't want to speak with anyone. Mahavrata is very much good for the speakers like us. We should take Mahavrata from morning to till the class begins, and we should speak in the class, and then after that we should continue our Mahavrata. Then that will be good. So that our words, the amount of words to be spoken by us will be preserved. If we chit chat, if we speak in the phones so much time, our quota, whatever our quota is there to speak, that will be over. Then after that, our important service to teach the Shastras. For that, we may not get the sanction. That means our throat will be choked up. We cannot speak. We cannot do the service. Okay. So everything is having the quota. So quota is fixed. We should use it very carefully. And also we should not eat too much. If you eat too much now, then your quota will be finished. Then after that, you'll be getting starving. You'll be getting such a disease. There will be all the beautiful and tasty. All the items will be there, but you cannot eat. So that's why you'll be getting sugar and diabetes. Like sugar, that means diabetes and so on. So diseases you cannot eat. So eat whatever the quota is there. What is the quota? How do you know? For the amount of voluminous in your stomach, you should divide into 4 parts. You fill in that only half, and remaining half keep it empty. And in 1/4 you keep water, and in 1/4 you keep air. So this is the quota actually. So as per your quota, your volume of the stomach is there, and don't increase that volume. If you eat fully, the volume of the stomach will increase. Then it will be asking more. Then you will be eating more. Then your quota will be over. Then you'll be getting the diseases. So that's why it's very important for you to save your quota. Anyway, come out from that quota. Like ration quota is there. Every month they give ration. So similarly, Lord also gives for us. If you are living for the 100 years, so this much amount is there. Whose quota is over, even after saving, then they have to leave this body, say tata, and go to the another body as per their karma. So then this Parikshit was very much tired and feeling so hungry, and he came to the Shamik. Shamik is in deep meditation, and he took the Maunavrata, and he doesn't have any business to respond to anyone. So that's why he was deeply in his closed eyes and meditating on the Lord and doing his vrata. Parikshit asking to that Rishi, I want water. You know, I am the Parikshit, the king of this Astinapura. And I am feeling, thirsty. And one more thing, I shooted an animal and it started running. And did you see that? So you stop your vrata and reply to me. But he didn't reply. Brahmanas, why they have to stop their vrata? When their dharma they are doing, one should not stop. So, but Parikshit asked, I want the information. But that Muni didn't reply for this. He is in deep meditation. We don't know whether he heard or not. But he spoke. Parikshit spoke. But here in this Mahabharata, we don't know whether he heard or not. So then Parikshit felt very angry towards him. Why he is not responding like that? So then Parikshit, out of anger, there was one dead snake. He took that dead snake using his bow snoke. That means the tip point of the bow. Using that, he took out that snake and he put on the shoulder of this rishi. Because of the anger, so Kshatriya's anger, so then he did this kind of activity. Still, even if he kept something on his body, Muni didn't respond actually. I think he is in the deep meditation. So then he didn't say anything that Samik Rishi, whether right or wrong or anything, any reaction, nothing. So then, even after putting the snake, Rishi didn't do anything. So Parikshit's anger is over then after putting the snake, and Rishi didn't say anything. Then he thought that I think he is in the meditation, so leave this place. So this Samik Rishi didn't respond for the activity of Parikshit. Actually, Parikshit did a mistake because you should know this Muni is very nice Muni and he is very tolerant person and very pure and austere and he is doing his vrata. Parikshit expected response from him, but that Muni was in his business, in his dharma. Parikshit went to another person and he could have asked, but of course, he should understand the situation of the Muni and at least he couldn't do putting the snake on his shoulder, but he put. Why this happened? You might be thinking, such a pure devotee who saw Krishna in the womb of her mother. Why he did such a activity? Like children, they do. That is the time. Parikshit's time is over. Quota is over. When quota is over, then you will be doing the activities like this one. Because you will be in the control of vidhi. Vidhi means time. That means you will be in the control of the karma. Karma is going to, karma means the time comes, then you have to leave. So then all the situations happens like that. Very, very surprisingly, you might be thinking, Are, why my intelligence went like that? But his time came now for Parikshit Maharaj. He has to leave his body. So you may ask now, Parikshit is pure devotee and karma. What is the need of karma you are putting? Then you should understand, yes, this karma is created by the Lord because there is a higher purpose. There is a need for appearance of Srimad Bhagavatam, and there is a need to set an example. So that means how one should prepare his death. So such a lesson should be given to all of us. That's the reason. And but in this Parikshit Maharaj story, you will not be seeing any this kind of, that means Sukadeva Goswami meeting and this. That happened in another kalpa. And Mahabharat is a story I heard like that from someone. So it is belong to the Setvaraha kalpa. In this case, Parikshit Maharaj was sitting in a in a such a building, Ekastambha. That means it's a one pole building, Ekastambha Bhavana. In that he is going to reside. So anyway, I will explain that. So, as a devotional point of view, you should understand that Parikshit's, so it's instrumental in the appearance of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is, or otherwise you can take. So you don't know in which kalpa what happened, and also so that's why let us, if you understand the morality wise, the principle wise, when death comes, so nobody can stop. All the situations will become opposite, and intelligence also will be working like that one. Everything is in the control of at the time. So now the finishing time is a end point. In favor of that death only everything will be happening. So then this Shamik Rishi is having one son. His name is, so that his name is Sringi actually. Sringi is very, very austere boy, young boy, Tarunavastha. That means he's less than 15. But he is a very austere boy. And also, he is having so much anger also. Because of the austerity, because of severe vratas he does, his nature is also very angry young boy. And it's very difficult to pleasing him. That's his nature actually. And but he always keep his attention to control his mind and senses. But his anger is unlimited. And he was studying in his Gurukul. So he was in a school, young boy, na? And he always does service to his teacher. So then what happened on that day? After taking permission from his teacher, he started coming to his house. This is a mix ashram from his Gurukul. While coming back to his house, he saw one friend. His name is Krusha. His name was Krusha. So why is known as Krusha? Krusha means thin and lean. That boy also very austere person. To do his dharma, that means whatever the child is also having the dharma. A Gurukul boy is also having his dharma. And while performing his activities, and he became very, very thin. So they are both friends. Sringi and Krusha, both were friends. So then this boy saw the entire incident. Parikshit Maharaj keeping a dead snake on the shoulder of Shamik. So now he started saying to Sringi. He started laughing. So because they are children, na? So he used to making funny. You know what happened to your father? That king came and so he asked for the water, but your father was in vrata, Manavrata, and he didn't respond. And that king, where there is a dead snake, was there, and he kept on since your father is not responding, and he kept on the shoulder, on your father's shoulder, like that he said. And he started laughing. Sringi is very, very angry young boy, and he has a lot of means prestige on my father. That means Brahmanas. We are Brahmanas. And that cheap Kshatriya, and he is insulting my father by keeping dead snake on the shoulder. What is this? Because Brahmanas are superior than the Kshatriyas. Even he is a king. So this boy thinks that we are very great. We are such a great austere people and we do austerities. What is this king? Why he should do this? Then Sringi got a lot of anger. And he is like a deadly poisonous snake. His anger is like that. And also this Krusha is saying, yes, Sringi, you are very austere person. And you think yourself as very effulgent. And what happened to your father? And see. And king kept a dead snake on his shoulder. Now what can you do? And now you should not feel yourself as a great austere person and you do the tapasyas. Don't show that pride. Krusha is pinching actually. Sringi by nature is very angry boy. And this Krusha started pinching. This is when time comes for someone, all the things will be just joining like this. Whenever our time comes, we are we have to leave this body. At that time, all your endeavors will be failure. All your endeavors will be failure. And many things happen. Even many relatives also think after the death, especially when their mother or father left. Oh, that couldn't have been happened. We could have shown her very early. She couldn't have eaten like that. She couldn't have neglect her habits like that, food habits. And we could have used this thing, that thing. We could have taken care like that. Many things we think. But Baba, one thing is very true. Nobody can stop that. Nothing. So the time comes, winding up will happen like anything. So this Sringi, by seeing that laughing words of Krusha, he became more and more anger. He is very austere boy. So he didn't say anything. Then with a lot of angry, he started coming to his house. And also Krusha said, your father didn't do any mistake, but that king kept a snake on the shoulder. Now you tell me what you are going to do. बहुत बड़ा हीरो मत बनो मेरा सामने. अभी हीरो है तो दिखाओ तुम हीरो पर क्या करेगा इसके लिए. You show your heroism. Don't become a great hero in front of me. Now your father is insulted. Now you show your heroism on the king, not on us. Like that, Krusha further actually pinched. Then Sutta. So then after this, so then he came to a house and he saw. So he started seeing what else Krusha is said. He's seeing. So he saw the snake on the shoulder of the father. Then he got this severe anger and immediately he took some water and he did the achaman, then holding that water, and he said, this Parikshit who put snake on my father's shoulder, and my father is very innocent. But this Kurukula Sreshta or Kurukula Kalanki, it means he is a black spot on the Kurukula, Kuru dynasty. And such a sinful Parikshit, from today onwards, within 7 days, should die by the bite of the Takshak. Actually, I was wrong. Before I said that there was no mentioning of the name of Takshak, but it is mentioned. Because why he mentioned Takshak? Because the snake Takshak is the most poisonous snake. He selected among all the snakes. It's the best poisonous snake. That's a Takshak. That's why he has selected the name also. That means after Takshak biting, it's impossible to alive. So that's why. That's why he took the name. This Takshak, this poisonous Takshak should come and bite this Parikshit. Within, that means in the 7th day, not within, on the 7th day, he should die. Only 7 days period he has. Why he gives 7 days? Why not the 10 days? Why not 15 days? You might be asking. This is Krishna's plan. Everything happens. And so 7 days are enough to study the Bhagavatam. So that's why everything is, in the case of the devotees, everything happens by the will of the Lord. But in the case of you and me, it is happening because of our karma. Like this, he gave the curse and he removed that snake from the shoulder of the father, and he started crying. Why this king insulted my father? And he was started crying. Young boy, he felt this is a great insult. So then by that time, father also came out from his vrata and he saw this boy is crying. Why, my dear Sringi, you are crying? What happened to you? So then he said everything. So what happened? So I gave curse to this Parikshit because he kept a snake on your shoulder. And he is punishable like this because he did such a insult to you. On the 7th day, he will be killed by the snake Takshak, which is very poisonous, and he will reach to the Yamalok. So like that, he said to his father with the anger and crying. So then after hearing this, Shamik was saying, my dear son, what did you do? You gave curse to king. Your mind is, your intelligence is gone. What did you do? So, we are all tapasvis, austere people. And that is not our nature actually. That should not be. We should be very peaceful and patient and tolerant. We should tolerate. And he was king. He is not an ordinary man. And we are living in his kingdom. And because of his ruling only, we are able to follow our duties. Like in this country, we are happily eating, sleeping, few are mating and defending. What defending? Internal defending. But we are all enjoying in this country, but on the boundaries. So we are all always protected from the neighbors, neighbor kings, neighbor countries. They always wants to encroach. There the military, there the soldiers, day and night. They are doing the giving the protection. They are in the winter, in the summer, in the rainy season, in all the seasons, they keep on doing the patrolling. They keep on doing the patrolling and protecting us. That is the king's protection is only the cause for the people to do their dharmas in their day-to-day life. If such a protection is not there from king, then what will happen? Then we are always in the fear. And we cannot perform our duties. So that's why king is, we should not should not give such a curse. And we are all saintly people. And king is, even if he does a small mistake, such a person who giving always protection, because of him we are able to live happily and we are living in his kingdom. And he might have done maybe out of frustration. He, he was looking for water and I didn't, so I couldn't actually. So do help for him, but he might have, I didn't respond for him. So he might have got angry and he could have done this. And it's not a big mistake. It's a small. Order to express his frustration, he did this. Then how can you give such a curse? You are giving him to die. Such a curse you are giving to die. So king means, that means you, my dear boy, didn't follow your dharma. If you destroy the dharma, then that also will destroy. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. If you destroy dharma, then you will be destroyed. There is no doubt in this. If king is not there, then there will be suffering for the entire citizens. Thousands and thousands, lakhs of people will be suffering because of your small anger and lead to such a great calamity. Because he is not an ordinary man. He is he is in a responsible position. That's why sometimes the person who is in the responsible position, he should not do any mistake. Because to set an example, he should be very careful. He should be following his dharma very strictly. He should be tolerant enough. But even because of some reasons, by any accidental case, even if he does a small mistakes, so citizens has to forgive that. For in the elder people's case, even one or two some such a mistakes happens, one has to forgive. Not be some blind, that means repeated, continuous, sinful or weak. Such a nature is exhibited, then he has to be punished. What is such a great king because of, that means some other reason, somehow or other or some reason, he did even a small mistake, that has to be forgiven. In the case of, yes, kings, in the case of elders like parents, elder brothers or teachers, so if a small mistake happened, then you should forgive that. You should not feel so much so serious for that. So then father is saying, without king we cannot live happily and we cannot perform our dharma nicely. And he was very righteous king and he was giving such a nice protection to everyone. And because of his protection only, everyone is able to do their activities nicely. Otherwise, what will happen? If king is not powerful and he is not good enough in giving protection, then what will happen? Then enemies always attacking and they never allow to do the citizens their dharma, their austerities, their sadhana. You might have seen recently the fighting between the US and Ukraine. Sorry, Russia and Ukraine. When there was fighting, so Ukraine being attacked continuously for the many months. So keep on attacking. Then what happened? Their people are always in the fear, and they were not able to do any. So their spiritual activities also, even doing their basic life, is became tough. So that's why powerful king is the only the own cause, and powerful king always suppress all the kantakas. Kantaka means threats, internal threats and external threats. First, he has to clear all the internal threats by engaging godacharis and powerful ministers. By having powerful ministers and powerful spies, all the threats, whatever internal threats are there, those has to be finished. And make the people free from the threats from in his own country, in his own kingdom. That's first duty. Then after that, he also has to work out to stop the threats from the threatening from outside of the kingdom, from other kings. So like that, he has to give a protected life for the citizens. Then they can peacefully perform their dharma. Now in the present society, in the so-called democracy, so what is happening now? There is no protection for the people. There is no protection. There is no dharma at all. So for example, so especially farmers, they are very innocent. They don't have much education. They don't know many rules, so-called rules. And especially to survey their land, always there will be disputes in the villages. So whenever these are also not educated so much, this government bring up so many rules again and again. And all these revenue people, especially revenue department and also police department, they are very, very like a demonic, you can say demonic. They will be taking a lot of money, bribe. So they take a lot of bribe to do the small activities. There is no protection from the king. That means from the government. Government itself it became. So that means another departments, they became the thieves. They're all thieves, stealing the money of the people. Lot of corruption. Everywhere corruption. Doctors corrupted. They are, if you go to any hospital, even my case, I went few years back, 1 or 2 years before. For small problem, they have written 5,000 rupees tests. This test, that test. Why? Because they want to steal the money of the people. It's a stealing. There is no fairness. There is no fairness. There is no dharma. And doctors, teachers, and revenue employees, government, so water department, electric department, all the departments. If you want to construct a house and you need permissions from the panchayat, and they will always show some defect. And they will be showing this is not there, that is not there, and keep on saying, and they will be taking the bribe. They are all corrupted. Like this, there is no protection at all for the people. Nothing is in a fair way it is going. So because of this, common man is very much frustrated. And also people, they don't follow their dharma. They are not engaged in their dharma. They are all doing the sense gratification. And there is no limit for that. And government itself is approving that, not at all asking people to follow dharma. So you say our society is, our country, democracy is dharma nirpekshak. Dharma nirpekshak means we are not following the any dharma. Dharma nirpekshak means adharma sapekshak. Dharma nirpeksh means what? Dharma nirpeksh means we are devoid of dharma. Devoid of dharma is equal to full of adharma. There is no either dharma or adharma, two cases only. Person will be with dharma or without dharma. If you are not with dharma, means you are with adharma. It's obvious. So we say, na, India is Dharma Nirpekshak. That means it's free from their Dharma. That means nobody is asked to follow their Dharma. That means government itself is declaring that we are encouraging the adharma. If one person is not following Dharma, means he is becoming adharmic. That's obvious. That means one say he is Hindu, one he say that means he is a Sanatani and not following his Dharma. One say Christian and he is not following Dharma. And government says that I have no interference for their Dharma. Let them follow or not follow, but I didn't mind. This is the position of the government. That means what? If they don't follow their Dharma, if they don't do their rituals, if they don't follow their rules and regulations according to their scriptures, that means what? They are directly becoming the demons. The person without Dharma is equal to what? Is a demon, is adharmic. So this is the main problem actually. Every country should be Dharma sapekshak. It should say that king has to say that everyone should follow their Dharma. King is protecting country from not only from the enemies, but king is also saying everyone to follow their Dharma. If you say I'm Christian, then you should follow your Christian rules. If you say I'm Muslim, then you should strictly follow that. And government has to check that, and if they are not following, then they has to be punished. If you say you are Hindu Sanatani, then you have to follow. If you say I'm not belongs to anything, then immediately they should kick out them from the country. If they don't follow any authorized religion, authorized dharma, as per the Shastras, then he has to be kicked out from the country. That was the system in previously. So that's why everyone, society was divided into the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, and everyone is engaged in their duties and they has to follow. Everyone is assigned with their duties, and if they don't follow, king used to punish them. Now there was no dharma, there was no divisions, there are no divisions and nothing. And because of this, and there was brahmachari, gruhastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi, and they has to follow their dharmas. That was there, but now these are all not there. So that's why varnashram dharma is meant for everyone. All the society has to be divided. Even he is a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, everyone has to be divided. Divided based upon their guna and karma, and they should be assigned their duties and they should worship for Vishnu actually. So everyone, this is only the system. All these so-called this and that, we should not allow all these things. Everyone has to be divided. Prabhupada wanted like that. So then what happened? This Samik is saying, what a bad thing you did. He is giving such a protection, because of him we are following the dharma. And whatever the result we get from following dharma, in that king is also having the share, because of his protection only we are able to perform our duties, our dharma, and we are earning our piety. So that's why Shastra is also giving the share for them. And to such a king you gave curse. It's bad. And particularly in the case of Parikshit, he was like Pandu Maharaj. He was a great king. He was like Pandavas. They are very dharmik and he is very powerful. And everyone should follow him. And today he came, he was very hunger and thirsty. And I was in Mauna, he was not knowing this. And he was expecting some reply from me. But I couldn't give that. And because of that, he got anger and he did this small thing. For that, you give curse like this? You want to kill him? If he will not be there in this kingdom, what is going to happen? So then all the thieves, Matsanyaya, Small fish is eaten by big fish is eaten by bigger. This is going to happen. And there will be no maryada for the dharma. And everyone will cross their dharma. Now the only problem is, in the present society, there is no proper king. This democracy has to be wiped off from the society. And there should be a well-trained kshatriyas, and they has to take up the ruling. Then the society will be happy. So here Shastra is again and again is saying, the powerful king's danda, that means his punishment, will create a fear in the people, and that will make everyone to follow their dharma. Just by saying, requesting Babu, 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 please follow your duties, nobody is going to hear. One thing is, we are teaching the Shastras. This is not sufficient to establish strong dharma. We need powerful kings. Brahmanas has to train powerful kings, and because of their power, so all these people has to be controlled. Otherwise, there should be without enforcement, nobody is going to follow. Why this sadhana means? There should be order. Order should be there. Rules and regulations. A rule is there. Rule should be given. Because there are no rules, then nobody is following. Everyone is cheating. Nowadays, you see in the small villages also who are not educated, they know how to cheat. They know how to cheat even labor, they know how to cheat the owner. So much labor is coming, and they always cheating. If they do little more work, they will be they are squeezing the owner and escaping from the work and not doing their full effort. They are not giving so much. And the way they behave, you can understand they are not simple. Their heart is completely polluted, actually. Just I'm giving an example, actually. This is no limit. People are becoming day by day so much adharmik because there is no fear of the punishment. There is no fear of the punishment. So that's why Shamik is saying, if this king is not there, then what will happen? Nobody is a rod of chastisement. Without the fear of the chastisement, then all the peace in the society will be finished. Society to be peaceful means there should be strong rod of chastisement. If anyone do the little mistake, immediately there should be punishment. Otherwise, now young girls, 18, 15 years, 14 years girls, boys are running behind them, and if they are not loving, so they are forcing them to love them. And if they don't do, and they are on the road itself, you might have seen recently. So a few months back, on the road, actually everyone is seeing, nobody is doing nothing. Video is also viral. And he has taken out the one knife and started attacking on her. And she was just hanging to that, wall on that corner. He was just slabbing her with his knife. Some more than 25-30 slabs he gave on the head, on the shoulders, in front of everyone. And before that, one more incident. So he made her body into the feces of more than 35 or something. So why this is happening? And you have seen before that also in Andhra Pradesh. So one girl, so she went and she was returning back. So that lorry driver and cleaner and others, they attacked on her. They did rape, and then after that, they burnt her in the somewhere, and they just went off. What is this? Why this kind of things are happening? There is no fear, actually. For such a people, the fear, that means the powerful rod of chastisement. Immediately, if there is a mistake, they should be hanged in front of everyone. Then nobody can dare, actually. But just by giving the preaching, and you might be thinking, yes, Kali Yuga, this is not going to stop. How many are going to do that? Devotees are also doing. Whoever is chanting, that means I am not de-emphasizing the holy name. But in the Kali Yuga, who is going to take such a shelter? Who is taking? Who is taking such a shelter of the holy name and depending on that? Definitely. And who is like that person who is offenseless and taking the pure shelter, and without any offenses, if you do, then your heart will be definitely purified. But nobody is interested in that. Nobody is interested. That's why Prabhupada has seen the nature of the society. He asked devotees to train this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. So for this present society, the powerful Kshatriyas are very much needed. As per the Shamik Rishi's teachings, you can understand. Dandat pratibhayam bhuyaha shantir utpadyate tada. Dandat pratibhayam bhuyaha. They will be getting again and again fear because of the rod of chastisement that is going to establish the peace in the society. Dandat pratibhayam bhuyaha. It's a very important sloka. Don't think that is simply a story. It is telling about the how to organize a society and what is the nature of the society, how the society should be run. So there should be a fear. Fear is going to establish bhuyaha bhayam prati bhayam bhuyaha dandat shantirutpadyate. Shanti is produced tada. No dvigna charate dharmam, no dvigna charate kriyam. So if he is not in the fear, then he cannot do any dharma, and also he cannot do any activities. So that means if he is not in the full of fear, then he will not do his duties. He will not do any yajnas. He will not do any shraddha karmas. He will not do any kind of his duties. So that's why no dvignas charate dharmam. I mean, without king, that means they are all fearless and create the mess in the society. Ragna pratishtito dharmam dharma swargam pratishtitaha ragno yajna kriyaha sarva yajna deva pratishtitaha. If a king is very powerful and he is situated in the dharma, then he will make everyone to follow their dharma. Then yajna is performed. Then from that rains will come, and from the rains they will be getting the anna, and from that anna everyone will be happy. This is. Otherwise, they don't follow their duties. Then there will be no rains. When there is adharma, then there will be no rains, and there is no rains, no food. Then there will be scarcity, and problem will be there is no peace in the society. This is only the way. There should be a powerful king with the rod of chastisement. In every community, to become successful, this kind of kings are not trained. We don't know actually. We know how to become Vaishya. We know how to become Brahmana. We know how to train Brahmana. We know how to train a Vaishya and Shudra. But training Kshatriyas is not at all there actually. The present day. This is the lacking. The Kshatriya angle is completely neglected in the society. Now all the Napumsak, we are all, that means Napumsak means they are always, Kshatriya means is very, very, very courageous and is ready to live his life for protecting the Dharma. Such a spirit is not cultivated in the society. So because of that, there are no powerful leaders. All are crooked leaders actually. Nowadays, these leaders are all cheating, cunning, crooked, and just liars, cheaters. So because of this, what is happening? There is no proper peace in the society. There is no proper protection for the people and Dharma. Otherwise, these government employees, they are cheating and they are doing so much corruption. and they are squeezing the little money of the farmers. That's a present example I can see in my village itself. And also there is no regulation in the many aspects, in many things. There is no regulation at all, and there is no judgment, and there is no protection for the woman, there is no protection for the young girls, there is no protection for the children, there is no protection for the old people, there is no protection for the brahmanas, there is no encouragement for the cows, there is no protection for the cows, no protection for the scriptures and vedas and brahmanas, women and children. And then what is happening? Then there is no peace in the society. The reason is there is no powerful king. So that's why, because of king, everyone follow dharma. Because of that, the devatas are pleased. That because of that, rain will come. Then because of the rain, rice, anna is produced, and by that everyone is nourished, so that everyone will be happy. So that's why king is equal to the 10 Srotriya Brahmanas. One king is equal to Dasha Srotriya Samo Raja Ityevam Manu Abravit. Manu said, Shamika is saying Manu Smriti, about Manu Smriti. So Manu said that thus 10 Kshatriyas, 10 Shrotriya Brahmanas, that means who study the Vedas, so are equal to one king. And such a king came here, and he was asking water. I was in Vrata and I didn't go. So that's why he did small. So this kind of activity. So, but you give such a curse, and actually he is not eligible for this curse. He was not eligible for this curse. Then Sringi said, Father, what can I do? So, because this Sringi boy is by nature very angry boy. His anger is not still suppressed. So, whatever he did is wrong only, he says now also. So, what can I do? Whatever I said, that will become true only. That means he will be killed by Takshak on the 7th day. That should happen only. I cannot. Because from my childhood, till now I didn't speak any lie. And now I said this. How can it will become false? It's impossible. And I am helpless in this. It's impossible to stop this curse. Till now, even for the joke purposes, jokingly also, I didn't say any lie till now in my life. Then how this word can become lie? And with seriousness, I said this. How it can be false? It's impossible. Then Samika said, okay, my dear son, I know you didn't speak any lie till now in his whole life, in your whole life. And I also understand this this curse cannot become false. So still, that Samik is thinking that something should be done. And also he is saying, Shamik, to this boy, you are very young actually. So, my dear Sringi, you should know, even father should keep on suggesting to his elder sons also. Pitra putro vayastopi satatam vachayevatu yatha syat guna samyuktaha prapnuyacha mahad yashaha. Here Shamika is saying, hey, Sringi, even son is grown up and he got some, that means maturity. Still in that stage also, with father always has to suggest the son, so that son can follow the righteous path and always do good things and become good person in the society and get the name and fame. So this is, father should not stop that now my child is grown up and I should not suggest. No. All the time, sada. Pita putro vastopi satatam vachaya. Satatam means always, till the death. So that's why sons also, they should take suggestion from the right father. Dharmik father, righteous father. You should take suggestions from your father. He has a right to give suggestions, a right to correct you till his death. Till his death. It's not that the now, okay, now he got 18 years, he became now major, and now it's not my part. I should not suggest him. No. Shamika is not approving that. So Shamika is saying, even if he is grown up, and he's saying on top of this, but you are now a kid actually. Your Tarunavastha means less than 50. But you has to be always corrected by me. You are now still a young boy. You always do the tapasya. And whatever the tapasya you did till now, you just wasted that now. Because you gave such a curse because of your anger, you gave curse and all the power, whatever you gained till now is lost now. Finished. That's why when you give a curse, false curse, your austerities, the power from your austerities will be finished. That means your anger will take away the result of our sadhana. If we get anger, if you become angry, then that is taking away the sadhana bhala. That means the strength, whatever you got from your tapasya is over, from your sadhana. Kamayesha krodayesha rajoguna samarpaha mahashano mahapapma vidyena miha vairinam. These are very dangerous. Trividam narakasyedam. This lust, anger, and greed. These are the entry doors for the naraka. Great people also fell down because of anger. We have seen that two brothers, difficult to remember their names. One became elephant, another became tortoise because of anger and lust. So, you are a young boy and you did wrong. And also you are boy, no? So that's why I should give guidance to you. So you should now onwards, you should eat only kandamul and flowers and fruits. And you stop your anger. Stop with this nonsense nature. And because of your angry nature, so you will be finished in future. So that's why all your austerities and whatever the strength you are gaining, that will be finished. and you'll fall down very soon. Like that, he gave a strong class to Sringi. And he said seriously to him, he chastised. Like that, yes, every father has to chastise his son. All the whatever the bad qualities are there, they should see and chastise. They have right till the death. But the dealing will be different. From the 0 to 5, you have to correct your children by loving and by pampering. So if he is trying to do any bad thing, then you should pamper him. No, do like that. From 6 to 15, you should give mild punishment, tadanam. That means you should say strongly to them. That means tadanam by mentally, manasa, vacha, karmana, by speech or by physical, by to the body. And from the 16 onwards, so mitravat, like a friend. You should treat them like a friend. This is Shastra is saying. So we should be always caring the children respectively. Because of anger, person, whatever he earned through his sadhana, that will be destroyed. Then someone is not a sadhaka, then what to speak about him? So forgiveness is the best quality for the sadhakas. They should be having the forgiveness. They should have tolerance. Tolerance is the best quality actually. So sadhakas, they should practice to be tolerant. Then your sadhana will be successfully continued. So appropriate tolerance is needed. What is dharma and adharma? You should know. And so when there is a need a tolerance, then you should tolerant enough. And one should be always in control of he should control his senses. And also he should be tolerant. Because of this, then one can progress in his sadhana. So you see, Shamik nature is very, very wonderful actually. He has forgiven. Of course, he is a king and he is doing such a great business, and he was thirsty and anyway he did a little mistake. That is not a big mistake. And because of his mistake, anyone got any harm? Nothing, no? Then why he has to be given punishment like that? So that's why Shamik didn't give anything, any punishment he didn't give. His son gave, because he is by nature very anger, and also he was driven away by the Krishna's words. Many times what these side people, they create the scene more. These friends. So that's why you should careful about that. Your neighbors and this, many times it happens. You are not in that situation and you didn't see anything, but you hear from the others and you develop so much grudge and anger. So that one should be very careful about this. So then Shamik said that now I can do something for the king. Whatever I can do, I will try. So he chastised the Sringi to go and stay in the forest and eat only kandamolas. So that his senses will be in control. And after this, Shamik was having another good disciple. His name is Gauramukh. And he's very, very fully controlled person. And he has very focused mind and very good character person. And he ordered him. So my dear Gauramukh, you quickly go to Hastinapur and you tell the whole situation, whatever happened. At least you should know, king should know, this is the curse was given by Sringi. Then this Gauramukh went to Hastinapur. He reached to the So this Dwarapalak doorkeepers, they have taken him to meet king. And Parikshit gave a lot of respect to the Gauramukh. Because Parikshit is very nice and pious king. He knows how to respect Brahmanas. So then, in front of all the ministers, so this Gauramukh said everything. Complete Kahani, he told. This Shamik is very pious rishi and he is in full of control of his senses. But he was in on that day Manavrata, and because of that, so you asked to give water, but he didn't reply for that. But you kept a snake on his shoulder. So for that rishi was not at all having any feeling insult. He has forgiven you, but his son so was not able to tolerate this. But his son gave a curse to you. And he is by nature very angry person. So he gave curse that from today onwards, on the seventh day, so you will be bitten by Takshak Nag. And this is going to happen. And try to protect yourself. So like that, to tell this Shamik that Brahmana sent to me, my Gurudev sent to me, to you. Please do protect yourself. And this Rishi is trying to chastise that. He chastised that son, his son, and he tried to suppress his anger by giving the punishment. That means, yes. So already his father gave punishment to him, to Sringi. So like that, Gauramukh said, then Parikshit heard this. And Parikshit started lamenting so much. For what? For his death, no. For his death, he was not at all lamenting. Anyway, my time came and now I have to leave, so it's fine. He's a young, actually, Parikshit Maharaj was very young. He was having very little boy, maybe 5-6 years old boy. So little son is only. At that time, Janamejaya was a young boy, actually. Very young boy. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Young boy, but he's a very young boy. Child, actually, he was child. Elder son is very small. That means Parikshit age also is not so much. And he said, anyway, this is providence. It's a Lord's arrangement. But he was lamenting for why he did offense towards the Brahmana. Tamcha maunavratam srutva vane munivaram tada bhuya eva abhavat raja shoka santapta manasaha. Shoka santapta manasaha. King became so much lamenting in his heart because of, so he heard now that Brahmana was in Maunavrata. So Parikshit Maharaj was not able to identify that he was in Maunavrata. Oh, that's this Rishi is an ordinary Rishi, ordinary Brahmana sitting and is doing natak in front of me. Even I am saying I am the King Parikshit, but he is not responding for that. And that's why he gave the little punishment, that putting a snake on his shoulder. But now he came to know he was a great Rishi and very clean and nice. Because he's seeing also, he sent already someone, his son gave curse, means he's having so much concern for the king, and he sent a messenger. And he came to know, the Parikshit came to know, he was in Vrata. And that to Brahmana, and he was in a Vrata. At that time, he put this snake. So Parikshit was lamenting for this so much. Completely immersed in that lamentation. And he was very much feeling the compassion of the Shamik Rishi. Shamik was so, he couldn't have sent here actually his Gauramukh. Nobody comes to know. Parikshit will come to know that Sringi gave curse to me. Nobody comes to know, then Parikshit naturally, everyone think that okay, he died because of the snake bite. In our life also, in our around to us also, because of so many people's curses in previous, so many are dying. We don't know also. But here Shamik is so compassionate, and he sent his disciple to inform him. So that's why this compassion actually melted the heart of the Parikshit. And towards such a saintly Brahmana, I did offense. He was worrying for this. That is the Kshatriya, they always follow their dharma. That's their wonderful nature. And they give respect for the Brahmanas. And they don't care for their death. No, they never. Actually. They are always for the protection of the people. So after hearing his curse, Parikshit didn't get any lamentation. He was not at all worried for that. He accepted. I did mistake. And he was lamenting for that. General people might be thinking, for such a small mistake, such a big curse. Parikshit accepted this. See, they're not at all fear of their death. Now people are so much attached to their body. They have so much attachment to their body and their senses and sense gratification, the bodily enjoyment. Because of this, If we say dharma is important or our life is important, we say dharma, life is important. Purpose of life is what? Sense gratification. But at that time, dharma is important, and the purpose of life is to follow dharma. Dharmena hina vasubhis samana. They cannot imagine life without dharma, because that is equal to the animal life. Better to death is equal to the death. That kind of values were there. Now you are thinking people want to bring the values in the society. Value education, this education, they say. What is this nonsense programs? Just to teach the Mahabharata. This mental speculation, so much syllabus they are bringing up. Useless outside society also. So many people, this value education on the name of the someone's that speculation they keep. No use actually. This is eternal scripture, Sri MAHÂBHＡRATAM is eternal scripture. And all the values are, and also the right way. That means what is the reality is being explained. In some programs, you might be seeing tolerance has to be practiced. This has to be practiced. That has to. These are all speculation of some person, and not clearly. It will not clear their mind actually. If you say tolerance, that means tolerance for whom? Tolerance for the Brahmanas. But Kshatriya should tolerate. Kshatriya should not tolerate. If there is adharma, then he has to kill them actually. But in that way, clarity they give in the present day value education, they don't give, because they don't accept the system. Until unless if you don't accept the God-given system, that's varnashrama dharma, then you cannot train the people actually. You should not train people like that simply in a whatever you feel, some good qualities, you keep on pumping on that. Tolerance is good for the Brahmana, but tolerance is not good for the Kshatriya. But we generally advocate that tolerance is needed. No. So pampering should be done for the Sudras, and pampering should not be done for the Vaishyas. So if you want to control a Sudra, then you have to control him with the good words also. So you will be seeing in this in the Santi Parva, we are going to discuss how to make the Sudras to follow their work, their dharma. So that's why the society has to be divided based upon the varnas and ashramas, and everyone has to be trained according to their varna rules and dharma ashram rules. Then that is a perfect system actually. Based upon the guna and karma, based upon the qualities of the individuals, has to be identified, and based upon the training should be given to the society, and so the divisions are formed, and then they has to stick for their dharma. So that's why Prabhupada wanted replace all the modern universities and colleges with the varnashrama colleges and varnashrama universities and varnashrama schools. How thousands of universities are there. Prabhupada wants to see in place of them varnashrama universities, varnashrama colleges, and all the Vaishnavas, they should know how to train the society, how to stabilize the society, so that it will be a society in the mode of goodness, following everyone dharma, and peacefully they are practicing their bhakti. The purpose of organizing society is to encourage them to do bhakti. This is, if you don't keep the varnashrama dharma in center, and if you keep on giving the value education, then there is no use of that. So we should follow Shastra. Then after saying this everything, Gauramukh left this place. King became so worried for insulting the Brahmana, not for the curse he got. And he asked also one more thing. Gauramukh, you please ask your father, your guru to come here, Shamik. I want to ask forgiveness from him before my death. Because he cannot go now, because he is cursed and he has to take his own arrangements. So he requested Shamik to come there. Otherwise, Parikshit only might have gone there. He is now in the last minute, he is worrying for that. How I did insult for that Shamik. Then after that, Parikshit did the discussions with his ministers, and they finally came to one solution, that they made such a big building, and very tall building. And that building is having only one pole. Only one pole that building is residing. And it is fully protected in all the directions. So all the various, because snake bite all the different kinds of jadi-booties, that means, so for the against the poison, snake's poison, so different herbs and many things they brought there. And Brahmanas are being engaged. Immediately when snake bites, so first of all, snake should come even if it bites. So apply these jadi-booties. Like that. So all the arrangements are done. All the ministers are alert. So at that time, nobody used to come to meet the king. He is staying in that building, which is standing on one pole. Even air also. So before it goes into that, it is being tested. That means air filters also arranged in all the directions. So once there is a evacuation and entrance. Once this evacuated air to go back inside, it is filtered again. Air filters also arranged. A very subtle, minute, that means full protection is given. Minute details also is taken care. So that Takshak should not enter into that. So now, so almost all now 7th day is reached. Now today is 7th day morning. So in that kingdom, there was one Brahmana. His name is Kashyapa Brahmana. Kashyap. His name was Kashyap, not Kashyapa. Kashyapa. This Brahmana is Mantra Siddhi Brahmana. He has Mantra Siddhi. That means he is expert in removing the poison of the snake from anyone's body. He can make alive we can make alive who are bitten by snake. Such a mantra he has, Mantra Siddhi. This Mantra Siddhi Brahmana means who got expert in mantras to rectify the poison of the snake. So this Brahmana is very poor Brahmana. He doesn't have any money. Bechara, he thought that king is in difficulty. I will go and I will protect king using my mantras. And so that he will be very happy because of my vidya, and he can give a lot of money to me in the form of gift in return, and my poverty will be over. And also, since I made king to alive, and then it is good for the society, it is very nice. So like that he thought. He's a good Brahman. He wants to help Parikshit. And he is also need of money. Is going towards the Hastinapur. So in the path, so this Takshak appeared. This Takshak, so he changed his form as a old Brahmana and came in the path of Kashyapa Nishtapa Kashyap. Hey Kashyap, oh Brahmana, where are you going? You are very much hurry because Kashyap, today is the 7th day. So, and anyhow, he has to go and meet the Parikshit. That's why he is very much hurry. And this Brahmana is saying, Takshak is saying in the form of Brahmana, where are you going? Then Kashyap said, in the Kurukula, in the Kuru dynasty, this Parikshit Maharaj got the curse. Today Takshak is going to bite him. Then I will save king from that bite. And so that king will be happy. And his dynasty will be continued. Thus I am very much hurry, I should go, don't waste my time. Then Takshak said, Acha, you are such a powerful mantra siddhak. You can rectify someone from Takshak's poison also. So you have such a powers. So then this Brahmana took the original form, that's Takshak took original form. He said, what a Brahmana you are speaking. What you are speaking. So today I am going to bite that Parikshit and make him to be ashes. How can you want to save him? Okay. You cannot at all. You cannot save. So that's why your endeavors are useless. You go back and let me bite him. You cannot do any treatment for him. Then Kashyap Brahman. So he said, he is saying, I can easily so make alive Parikshit Maharaj. It's not at all a difficult thing. Your poison is nothing. So he will be free from your poison. And my Vidya is so powerful. What do you think about my? Then Takshak said, my poison is so powerful. Nobody can save that. Save from that. So now we'll challenge. We'll put a challenge. Then Takshak said that, let us see now who is powerful. My poison is powerful or your mantra is powerful. So then Takshak, what he did, let us have a test. So for that, Takshak, there was a big banyan tree. He just went to there and he gave a bite to that. Then immediately that green, very beautiful and very big tree, all the directions because of this snake bite, the poison went and So it took the fire on all the directions and it became into the ashes in front of eyes. Everything became into the ashes within seconds. So that means Takshak's poison is very powerful. If it is bitten, he bites means finished. That body will be burnt immediately into the ashes. Very strong poison. Previously, the snakes were like that. Before Janmejay, Sarpa, if those are all alive, now it could have been very difficult to alive. So see the other creatures. So then this Brahman collected that, Kashyap collected all the ashes and he brought everything as a pile and he studied his mantra by taking little water. He studied his mantras, put on that. Then what happened? So from that ashes, there is a small sprouting and it started growing and growing. And within few seconds, the tree as it is, how it was, same number of branches, flowers, fruits, everything as it is, it came out. And Takshak saw the power of this Kashyap's mantra. He got surprised. Oh, that means even these Brahmanas have such a powers, they can counteract our poison. So Takshak appreciating him, Brahman, you are very powerful Brahman. You really know the mantras. You did today miracle. It's wonderful. And your austerities are very great. And I am such a powerful snake, and from that snake poison also you saved this tree. I accept your greatness. Takshak accepted. Takshak is very excited to bite Parikshit Maharaj. So Kashyap wants to save the king, but so Takshak is stopping him. Because everything should happen. Brahmaji already sanctioned this. Because he wants to see the snakes has to be bitten in the Janmejay Sarpayag. If Parikshit will not die, then how the Janmejay will do the Sarpayag and then how the other snakes will be killed. So everything is decided. And this Takshak started saying, so Brahman, why you are going there? So what is the benefit if you save the king? What you are desiring and you are going to save the Parikshit? Tell me. So definitely you might be expecting something. So what you are expecting from the king if you save him? Tell me. Even it is very big amount I can arrange that. And also Takshak said that, Brahman, your endeavor is useless. Definitely your mantras are very powerful. But Parikshit Maharaj's Ayu, that means his life is over now. His lifespan is over. So in this situation, even if you make him alive, so somehow or other he has to die. Of course, your siddhi is also limited because once our death is fixed, nothing is going to work. Even the expert doctors also cannot save you. expert doctors or expert medicine expert arrangements will not save. Death is a reality. So, what is the use of going there? That is, you cannot save the Parikshit's life because his ayu is over. His lifespan is end. So, only thing is you want some gift from him. So, I will arrange that. And you take gift from me, whatever the remuneration you are expecting from this, that I can arrange. So, for this Kashyap, he is very much interested for money. Actually, he said clearly, I am going there to get the money because I am very poor. I am not able to run my family. So if you are going to arrange that for me, then why I will go there? I will return back. So I will give the money, whatever the king is going to give, to that even more I can give. So by hearing this Takshaks, so proposal, this powerful Brahmana, he went into the meditation now. Whether this Takshak is saying truth or wrong. So by his Taposhakti, he just see the future of the Takshak. So as future of Parikshit. Parikshit lifespan was not there. He was now further life. His life is over now. Today is only the last day. His death is confirmed actually. He has no further ayu. So then Brahmana understood, even if I save him, no use. He will be dying only. So there is no use. And in that situation, even mantra also may not work. So samapt, finish. So then better is taking money here only is good. Because even he may not successful in saving him because there is no lifespan further. Better is taking money from Takshak is more beneficial. He was unsuccessful in saving the Parikshit means he will not get that also. So Takshak also said that's why. So useless actually Brahmana if you go there and if you try to save him because of that you will be getting the defame. I saw your mantras are very powerful, but already dead person, if his ayu is over, that means Vidhi is not going to allow him to live for further, even for a second, he will not be allowed. If you say that my wife is making nice preparations, so let me eat and then I will go. No. They will not give for even a second. Or otherwise, you say that I will put signatures on my properties and I will arrange that and then I will go. No. Even a second they don't give for you. Once your lifespan is over, they are all perfect followers of their duties. Yamaraj, Yamakinkar, they will come and take. So that's why Kashyap, so what is the use of your endeavor? Even if you try, you cannot make him to live. So your mantras in front of everyone will be not working and everyone will be laughing at you and you'll be getting defamed. So that's a better take money from me and go back. So he left back, took money and went back. So then now, Takshak making arrangements. This is a one pole building. How to enter into this? It's very difficult to enter. So that's why he ordered his co-snakes. My dear snakes, brothers, you should all go in the form of a rishis. Rishis, they are all generally Brahmanas, Brahmarshi, Rajarshi. Rishis, everyone is tested, but rishis will not be tested. Because everyone have in that society, they have trust on the rishis and munis. So these all ministers are surrounding to that building. Full security was there. But these snakes, they took the form of the rishis and munis, and they took some flowers, some fruits for the benefit of king to offer to him. So they all took these things and they entered inside. So they meet Parikshit, nobody stopped them. So Parikshit received them. And Parikshit also accepted all the fruits, whatever they offered. They are all very fresh and so forest fruits, because Parikshit is very much hungry for last 7 days. Because Parikshit has trust on the fruits given by rishis. So then after that, Parikshit also gave the donations, gifts for them. These rishis, they returned back. So then Parikshit gave these fruits to everyone. All the ministers also. Some ministers are surrounding to him. They are all in the protection of Parikshit Maharaj. There are many fruits. He gave the fruits. And on the one fruit, this takshak became very small insect. And he was sitting on that. And that fruit came to whom? That fruit came into the hands of Parikshit. And remaining good fruits all went to the ministers. Because now death is decided for the Parikshit. So it should happen. This is the plan of the Vidhata. That means Brahmaji's plan. Nobody can stop. Nobody can stop this. So, on that Parikshit's fruit, Takshak was sitting. So, when he took into the hand, he started seeing that fruit. And he saw that small insect. It was very small. And that eyes of that insect is very black. And her body is like a copper color. Takshak's body is with copper color actually. And with the black eyes. And Parikshit immediately took that insect into his hands and started saying to the ministers, now it is the time for the sunsetting. That means it's the 7th day sunsetting. That means last moments. That means on the 7th day, so its day is finishing. So Parikshit has to be killed by Takshak. So then Parikshit took that insect into his hands. Now it's the time for my death. And I don't have any fear of the poison of Takshak. If that Sringi is truthful, this small insect should become a Takshak. And it should be a Takshak, and it should bite me and finish me. And let the words of that Muni should be true. The words of Muni should be true, because we cannot see that words of the Muni becoming vain. No. If Brahmanas' words are truthless, means then nobody will be trusting Brahmanas. Then adharma will be started spreading in the society. That means nobody will follow Brahmanas. Adharma will be. That's why Parikshit is taking the responsibility of to make the truth of the Brahmanas' words. And he is expecting this insect should be Takshak and it should bite. So they are all also in the control of time. That means in the control of the providence. They also said, yes, it should be Takshak. That is the time came now. They also accepted, So then Takshak, then this Parikshit kept that insect on his shoulder and let it become Takshak and bite me. So by the time now it's at sun setting, sun is going into the Astachal. Now this small insect, yes, became a big snake. Just he made it that surrounded the Parikshit and immediately he gave one strong bite. With the great sound, by seeing that big form of Takshak, very ferocious, and all these, and also making the great sound, like that snake will be doing this sound, na? Gave a bite to the Parikshit. And all these ministers, by seeing that, then they got scared actually. Everyone ran away. And immediately Parikshit fell down. And Takshak, so he just left that place and then on that sky, he started going away. It's like a copper color. So when he's going on that sky, it's making like a line. It's looking like a line. Line, not L-I-O-N. L-I-N-E, line. A copper line. And these all ministers became so much worried. And immediately, because of Takshak's snake poison, everything, that means whole building also took into the fire. And these all the ministers ran away from there into different because they want to see. Like the lotus color. Takshak's body is like lotus color. That means copper color means is like a lotus flower color. Reddish. Some kind of reddish. And that line is appearing like a line when he's going like this. He went off. So like this, the whole building is now in the fire. And what happened? 8:30. So then after that, you can hear tomorrow. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes, Ravindra Sachipati.
Yes, Saroji, you are a very, very, very fantastic storytelling. I mean, I get fully absorbed. I mean, ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि we are present in that scene, you know, and that's what you want from us, that we be absorbed and be present in the scene and glorify Lord's devotees, etc. So, Prabhuji, my question is this, because your explanation, your storytelling, actually the Leela telling is so superb that person को लगता है ऐसे ही मेरे सामने हो रहा है. Am I a snake that I'm present there, or am I something else I'm present over there, or am I in some other manifestation I'm present there, or am I a tree who's present there, but I'm seeing everything in front of me, like that your storytelling is. तो क्या करेगा? अच्छा, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है प्रभु जी कि मतलब I don't know whether what I'm speaking is correct, because I want you to correct me, that Parikshit Maharaj, when he put that snake on that that Rishi, Samika Rishi, so that time, and before that he was feeling thirsty. So the thirsty aspect and the putting of the snake was not done by Parikshit himself. I had heard somewhere that there are Parikshit में दो manifestation है. One the devotee, pure devotee, and one more. That I'm forgetting the name of that second manifestation. There were two souls, and the other person did like this. So have you heard anything like this?
Oh no, Prabhu, I don't know actually.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because जैसे अर्जुना में और इसमें भी, you know, like when they disappear, then one part goes the demigod, if the one who is present in that goes to the goes and
Yes, yes,
occupies.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so there can be two souls in one also.
Maybe that may be there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because a devotee, pure devotee, and a parshada of Lord can never feel thirsty, and he can never do such a mistake. So it is the
yes,
other
yes.
part, the other soul, which is present in Parikshit, did this. Like we always hear that something, that they disappear and demigod part goes there, and the parshada goes back to Golok. So something like that, you know.
Acha, I don't know, Prabhuji. Actually,
Okay.
here maybe I think in some other Puranas, because
Yes.
whatever is there in the Mahabharata
Yes.
or our Bhagavatam, you can see the elaboration in other Puranas. And whatever
Yes.
is there in other Puranas in a brief, that elaboration might be seen in the Mahabharata. It can
Okay.
happen.
Can
So
happen.
that's why I don't know.
Yeah, but is
But
it?
you can see also you can justify like this, even if you want to justify. So when the time comes, that means Brahmaji wanted actually the snakes has to be killed
Yeah, that
in
you
the
already explained. Yeah.
that is one reason. Another is Bhagavatam should appear. So that is in the different kalpa it happened. Appearance of the Bhagavatam. Here you are seeing Parikshit is trying to protect himself in the in that building which is built on the one pole.
Yes.
Ekastamba Bhavanam.
The second question, Prabhuji. So that's right. So second, but there is possible, na, two souls in one body.
That Vyuha, like in the case of Pandavas, if you see the five Pandavas are not five people, they are all only one Indra only. But the one aspect of the Indra is one Pandava.
Yes.
That means Vayu aspect is, because Indra is comprised of the Vayu, Agni, Vayu, Dharma, and Indra himself, and also Aswini Kumaras, because Indra is Raj, king. King means the different abilities are already present in
Present
him.
in them. Yeah.
That
You
means
explained,
Dharma aspect of Indra became Yudhishthira.
Yes.
This we are going to study in future.
Yes.
So that's why these are Draupadi married with only one Indra only.
Yes.
And you can see that also in that this when the marriage is going to happen, Drupada was hesitating to give Draupadi to marry with the other four Pandavas also. So at that time, Vishwamitra, Vasudev says these are not four or five people; they are only one person only. So actually, like that flashback story, he says there was the so like that maybe it can be. I don't know. Means one person five or five will be one will be five, five will be one.
Yes. And last small question, because others are also in the line, that but all this arrangement which was made, that is the pole. We have seen a lot of these pictures on internet, the pole, and then there's a square house or something like that, you know, and then the flames are being set and all. So all this arrangement which were made by the ministers, that hum log jadi booty laga denge and we will pass that air through this, and so when these arrangements were made, and did Parikshit not मतलब go against these arrangement? Did he say नहीं नहीं ये सब नहीं है, मेरे को तो जाना ही है?
Acha, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he allow such arrangements?
So yeah, this is because there's one more thing you should understand why he allowed all the ministers for these arrangements. Otherwise, people also to set an example. That's all. So you should feel importance for this material body. Purpose is to do the dharma, to do the sadhana. One should protect this body. One should not be negligent enough to in protecting the body from any kind of calamities or any kind of dangers. So this body has to be protected.
Yes.
Shariram kalu dharma sadhanam. That means Shariram adhyam kalu. Shariram adhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. That means Shariram madhyam actually. Shariram adhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. Shariram, that means this body is the medium actually to practice the sadhana. So that's why one has to protect this from the dangers. So this principle also has to be set, na?
Yes.
They are not having any attachment for the body. He doesn't have any attachment for the body. So
Yes.
we also heard, na? When he was informed by the that Shamik's disciple Gauramukh.
Yeah.
So at that time he said, "I'm not at all worried about this curse. I am worried for only my insult. So I did the insult to that Rishi, Samik Rishi. For that I am feeling very bad."
Yes. Yes. It can also mean, Prabhuji, that the arrangement which were made, that other citizens and ministers are showing their love towards him. So he's setting an example that he doesn't want to put bada in their love, so he's allowing them to do what they want to do. It can also be like that also. No?
Yeah, he doesn't want to reject that. Let them, but he knows. He said, he's every time you are seeing, na? So Brahmana word should not be truthless.
Yes.
Should not false.
Yes. So Parinishta Bhakti, Parinishta Bhakt, Prakash,
Yeah.
Parikshit Maharaj. You always teach us about this. They set examples for the society. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I don't know if I missed this part, but when was this thing built, Prabhuji, this one pole building? Was it at the beginning of the Bhagavatam when Sukadev Goswami came, or was it, because I think 7 days he was listening to Sukadev Goswami. So when would he go into this house?
आप तो सुने नहीं इसके अर्थ
हाँ, मिस कर गया
छोड़
लगता
दिया
है. Sorry, sir.
आपको प्रश्न से समझ में आ रहा है your question itself is telling that you didn't hear the class.
I was listening. I missed in the middle, Prabhuji.
I told already this.
Okay, I'll go back and hear. No problem. One more. Was Parikshit Maharaj listening 24 hours or was there a break in the night?
24 hours.
Okay.
24 hours means other rishis also there, na? So they should be given time. Parikshit Maharaj prayopavesham. That means he is not going to take any water or any eating, sleeping, nothing is there. So, but others also they should not do this. So night time they might be sleeping. Along with Parikshit, many are sitting. Why they has to get tortured?
Oh. So Katha would not happen in the night then?
Yes, of course, I am thinking like that.
Okay. Okay.
But Prabhuji, those rishis and all, like Mataji said, and all, they must be doing their Agnihotra and all those, and Sandhya Vardhan, and also definitely there must be breaks like this.
Yeah. They need breaks.
Yeah.
But Parikshit always in the meditation of the Krishna.
Yes. Thank you.
Madhav Gaur Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu.
Prabhuji, your narrations are as if we are in the same spot. I was remembering my childhood Vittalacharya movies, Telugu movies. All these snakes and other coming and all, no? Telugu movies I saw earlier in my high school days.
Actually, Prabhu, Sota Goswami is expert actually. I am not doing anything. Just whatever is there, that I am following. And all the slokas there, the translations I am following. Sota Goswami is the best narrator actually.
We were really immersed, when you started explaining that. Next question is Mataji already asked. I also followed. the other Bhagavatam narrations and all happened 7 days sitting with Sukadeva Goswami, all happened in other Kalpa, you said, I remember.
Yeah, other Kalpa.
Other Kalpa. Okay,
Kalpa
that's
Ved is
I want to reiterate myself whether I heard correctly or not.
yes.
So this story also I had. This one, what is that? Ekasthamba story also I had. And this also I had. But actually speaking, before coming to ISKCON, this Ekasthamba story I had many times.
Yes.
But after ISKCON, reading some Bhagavatam, this 7 days, Sukadeva Goswami, all those things. So we actually forgot that Ekasthamba story actually. Again, I had today from you. Thank you, Prabhu. So see, if you keep thinking all these things, it's very, very the connections, the interconnections and disconnections, other connections, very, very, sometimes it is very tough to understand. Sometimes it is very interesting. Maybe this is because of our modes of nature only, I'm thinking. Sometimes we are in Sattva Guna, we hear very nicely. When you are in different Guna, we appear to be understanding but not understanding. So I was thinking like that. Anyway, thank you very much, Prabhu, for all the wonderful narrations.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So any questions from others? Sarvamangala Mataji. Hare Krishna and Prabhu, Hare Krishna and Pranam Prabhuji. I have one question. We see that in Varnashram Dharma, everyone has to work according to Guna and Karma. If we want to implement this all over the country or a state, then we need all people of proper Varna. We have many Brahmanas as being trained in our society. We even see Vaishyas and Sudras. But a Kshatriya will become king or a leader, then the society will follow. So why is this lacking or is there anything that can be done? Anything that can be done with regards to this? If anyone wants to be a leader in this Kali Yuga society, then he must approach middle education as per the criteria. So from where should it start? Because current generations of devotees are materially exhausted by working in demonic society and are in mid of their age. So is it for future generation? Actually, yes, Mataji, see, this Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. Prabhupada says, so that means proper Brahmanas. Prabhupada wanted, already I sent that conversation also in the group. Varnashrama college has to be started on Kshatriyas, training the Kshatriyas. So my Guru Maharaj also, His Holiness Bhakti Raghu Maharaj. So he is emphasizing again and again Parasuram Gurukul, and he is encouraging to train the Kshatriyas. He is saying many lectures. So the lacking is, so a leadership crisis is there in the society. The main crisis is leaders, Kshatriyas. Without then where it begins, you are asking, the main question is where it begins. It begins from by creating the Brahmanas, proper Brahmanas who study the Shastra, who can understand, who can see the Dharma in a light of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Such intellectual Brahmanas can train the Kshatriyas. Where it begins, first Brahmanas should be created. That's why this creation of the Brahmanas is happening. Now Prabhupada also want us to start the Kshatriya training also. These Brahmanas should train Kshatriyas. Then the Kshatriyas will organize the society. So this starts when we create these proper Brahmanas. Okay. So Brahmanas can identify the qualities of the Kshatriya and identify how to see the qualities in the people and how to train them. Is a responsibility of the Brahmanas. And how these Brahmanas are created, this is the Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating Brahmanas. So, but we should take this movement forward the way Prabhupada desired actually. And so that society can be benefited. But now the quality is decreased and we are not following the Prabhupada instructions and we don't have faith on his words. But this is going to happen because pure devotees, whatever they desire, it will happen. But you may see in the time being, it looks like it's not happening, but it will happen. There is no doubt in that. So anyway, this 50 years happened. It's not a big time also. If you see in the Brahmaji's lifespan, 50 years is nothing. It is less than fraction of second, according to the Brahmaji's time. So this is going to happen, right? Acharya also will come and he will take forward this movement, even further heights. And great souls will join this movement, this Krishna conscious movement. This will be revived. This is only the hope actually. Otherwise, this demonic society cannot be continued for a long time. We should not have faith on that. Okay, so but how much time it will take? So Krishna knows how things should happen. He knows, but this is the way. Varnashrama college is only the way. So, but modern way of training the leaders is not at all good. That's not going to create any leaders, that training. So-called politics, they are not leaders. A real leader will be created in the Gurukul and in the Varnashrama college. They don't have any values. Okay. So yes, Madhav Gaurav.
Your Varnashrama explanation just got another doubt. Okay, this ISKCON society is meant for Brahmanas and lot of good
Krishna
Brahmanas.
conscious movement. Prabhupada don't say ISKCON. Prabhupada always said this Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating Brahmanas.
Brahmanas, yes, correct. So Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating Brahmanas, and by our luck, Prabhupada has created many disciples, and we have been hearing very good shastras and understanding of all those things. My next question is Kshatriya creating Kshatriyas. I finding it may be very difficult, as if I'm feeling, I don't know why. Because as it is, the whole society, Hindu society is lack of Kshatriyas today. And everybody can talk anything, any nonsense can talk, sometimes I'm hearing this elections, some news items sometimes, even though we don't want too much, but because of WhatsApp, some messages keep coming, and the creating a real Kshatriya blood is the most difficult task. I'm thinking like that. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong.
Let
It's
us
not
see,
impossible.
time will speak everything.
Time will speak everything, but I'm really feeling sorry. That is why when I'm hearing a news items that in front of a temple, a good temple, big temple, somebody kept the church, somebody kept the other religions pictures. When I'm hearing that, really I'm feeling very, 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 very sad sometimes, because we are not doing any such thing. We don't listen any such thing. Why they have to do like that? And there's nobody to control this also.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay. So we can discuss later.
Okay,
Any
Prabhu.
questions?
హరే
Any
కృష్ణ
question?
ప్రభు హరే కృష్ణ
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
ప్రభుజీ ఇది హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే అది పరిషత్ అది భాగవతం వచ్చేటప్పుడు చెప్తున్నారంటే అదేనా అంటే వాటర్ వేస్తే రివర్ లో ఉంటారు, వాటర్ వేస్తే అక్కడే శపించేస్తుంటారు కదా మనం భాగవతం ఫస్ట్ క్యాంటల్. అది అది ఈ కల్పలో అవ్వలేదు, వేరే కల్పలో అయ్యిందంటారు.
Shamik Rishi?
శమిక ఋషి యాక్చువల్ గా వాటర్ తీసుకొని ఆయన ఇది వాటర్ తీసుకొని ఇమీడియట్ వాటర్ లోనే చేశారు. వాళ్ళ మీట్ మళ్ళీ ఫాదర్ మీట్ అయ్యారని నేను భాగవతంలో ఫస్ట్ కంట్రీలో అలా లేదు కదా, అంటే అది వేరే కల్పాలు అయ్యింది. అది
వాటర్ తీసుకుని ఏంటి నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు మీరు చెప్పి.
ఇప్పుడు భాగవతం ఫస్ట్ క్యాంటలో ఈయన ఎలా చెప్పించారంటే వాటర్ లో ఈయనకి చెప్తే వాటర్ లోనే ఆయన వాటర్ తీసుకొని ఖర్చు చేశారు కదా పరీక్షిత్ మహారాజ్కి.
ఎవరు శమీకృషా?
శృంగి శృంగి శృంగి
శృంగి. అచ్చా, అదే
ఉమ్.
నీకు కన్ఫ్యూజన్. శమీకృష ఏం
అదే
చేస్తాడు?
శృంగి
అచ్చా, శృంగి శృంగి ఖర్చు చేశారు. అవును.
అది అంటే మీరు ఏంటంటే మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ దగ్గర రావడం అని చెప్తున్నారు కదా, అంటే అది అంటే ముందే అది క్లారిటీగా అర్థం కాలేదు. అంటే ఏంటంటే
అచ్చా,
ఆయన
మీరు
వాటిలో
మధ్యలో
ఈ
వినలేదు
విషయం
అయితే సరిగా. యాక్చువల్లీ ఫస్ట్ శృంగి ఇచ్చాడు కర్సు. తర్వాత వాళ్ళ నాన్నకు తెలిసింది. ఆ తర్వాత వాళ్ళ నాన్న వాళ్ళ శిష్యుని పంపించాడు, గౌరవముఖిని, ఇవన్నీ చెప్పమని చెప్పి. మిస్ అయ్యారా మీరు క్లాసు?
లేదు లేదు, అది కాదు బ్రో. క్వశ్చన్ క్లారిటీగా ఏంటంటే ఈ ఫాదర్ కి మెడలో పాము వేసారని, వెన్ హీ పుట్ స్నేక్ ఆన్ హిస్ నెక్ ఇమీడియట్లీ కర్స్డ్ నా ఆఫ్టర్ ది హియరింగ్ ద వర్డ్స్ ఇమీడియట్లీ ఇన్ ద వెన్
వాడు
ది
కృష కృష అనే ఫ్రెండ్ ఉన్నాడు కదా. సో హీ హాజ్ హ్యావ్ ఫ్రెండ్ కృష. సో హీ టోల్డ్ యువర్ ఫాదర్ వాజ్ ఇన్సల్టెడ్ బై ది కింగ్ and he came, he saw, yes, then he cursed.
Okay. He came and saw, then only cursed.
Acha,
Okay.
after hearing from his friend immediately he cursed, or he saw and then he cursed? That you are asking.
Yes, Prabhu.
That's not a difference actually. So he heard from his friend and he got angry, then yes. So he came and saw and cursed, or he cursed. Both are okay.
Okay, Prabhu.
He's a very angry boy. He could have cursed before itself and he came, sir. That's more appropriate also to show his anger. Or otherwise he came and see and he cursed after hearing from his friend.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Vancha
Hare Krishna.
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnava bhaktavrinda ki jai.